Just two quick things before the episode starts. Firstly, a new guest appearance by Dani and myself. We are featured on recent episodes by the fantastic YouTuber Beardy, playing some games of Blood on the Clock Tower, which is a social deduction murder game, but with a whole bunch of added sort of puzzly, gamified elements that is really fun. We're big fans of the game, and we had a lot of fun playing a whole series of super quick, teensy games over on his channel. There's a link to that below. Go and check them out. They're a lot of fun. The first one is out now. In fact, the first two might be out now by the time you've heard this episode. So go and check them out. There'll be a whole bunch coming every week for a while. So we had a lot of fun doing that. The other thing I wanted to mention is frequent contributor to the show, Scott Weiss, makes these fantastic quizzes that he calls his anti-match quiz. They're a lot of fun, but the latest one is being done as part of a fundraiser for the Trevor Project. The Trevor Project is an organization that provides care to LGBTQIA plus youth in crisis. It's a really fantastic cause and a really fantastic quiz. So there's also a link to that. Go and check it out. And if you want to check that out, check it out soon. I think entries for that quiz close on at the end of September 24th, I think. So go and click that link, check it out, and hopefully do a fun quiz for a good cause. All right, into the episode. Sorry to bother you. Welcome to Escape This Podcast, a show that's a mix between tabletop role-playing and escape room puzzles. This is the third episode of Night at the Clue-seum.
I wouldn't say it's getting creepy, but the last episode was definitely...
It's getting magical.
It raised some questions, that's for sure.
It'd be very funny because there's so many other people doing their own rooms that only one of them was like a magical museum and everyone else was like, what do you know? This is just a normal museum. Sorry, you put a whole desert in there? How does that fit in a room? I've just got a
the behind the scenes fights
6 by 8
that must be
meter
happening right now.
area, and I've put some pieces of machinery in there.
Oh well, maybe we should reserve judgment until we've done at least one more room.
Every episode features an audio escape room in this season, played by Dani and myself, but brought by guest game masters. And we have, for the first time in this arc, but for the second time on the show, welcome back, Katherine Quigley.
Thank you for having me.
People might remember you from the first episode that you ran for us, which was Where Are You? It looks really good written down. I find it hard to say the Where Are You of the Tudor. Was it Tudor? I feel like there was a Henry
I want to say
somewhere.
Henrys, so yeah.
They're Henrys are the Tudors, and I'm not going to take any extra detail of room, which was a
we had
lot
a great
of fun.
time with it.
So very excited to have you back for a new room.
Thank you. I'm excited to be back. And with a completely different feel from my previous room.
Ooh.
But I did have to do at least some research for this room. The last room I did was a lot of research. This is some research.
Been slightly easier on yourself this time?
Yeah.
That's good.
Wonderful. Well, look, we always have the same questions for our guests when they come on. This is a bit more of an update for you. Since you were last on the show, has there been any changes to your escape room experience?
Actually, yes. I have done 10 times more escape rooms in the past year than I had done before that.
Goodness.
That's fantastic. That's a big change.
Granted, I had only done one when I last recorded with you, so now I have done 11, but...
Does that feel like that's changed your escape room writing?
In some ways, but also like leading up to the last one, I had created, I think, between 10 and 15 escape rooms for work and other things. And now I think I'm up to close to 25.
Amazing.
Well, you're slowly catching up the rooms you've done versus the rooms you've written. Eventually, it'll swap the other way. Is there any reason you've done more? Has there been a change that's been like, now I've got an escape room group together, I can go and do them? Or
now my town is actually building escape rooms.
Is there a new company that's opened 10 new rooms?
Well, actually, it's mostly due to the fact that I started dating somebody from the Discord who also really likes escape rooms. So there you go.
That's wonderful. It's great to hear that. Like, yeah, this industry is all about the people, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fun.
And also, that means that you, Bill and Dani, can add to your resume like matchmakers, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
The other element of this show is it is tabletop role-playing style of escape rooms. Have you had any updates to your tabletop role-playing experience since you were last on?
Yeah. Similarly, I have had past about 6 months. I've joined my boyfriend's D&D group, and we've been playing together for D&D
Nice.
for the past about 6 months as well.
Oh, amazing.
Before, I had only done like a one-off session with my brother's group and been looking kind of for a group, but
now you're in like a full long-term campaign situation?
I would say so, yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
It sounds like I'm trying to make a relationship illusion hint question.
But no, it's just good
Is
to
this
have
a long-term campaign situation?
Well, lovely. Oh, well, we are very excited to get into this third room of the Clue-seum. We don't know what like. Obviously, we have our list
we
of
left the
possibilities,
desert and we don't know where we're going.
But yeah, we're very excited to find out where we're going to follow this girl's trail into. So I don't think there's any other ado.
I think we should go away.
You think we should away?
All right.
AWEIGH away.
Let's jump right in.
All right. You find a little trail of sparkles. Eve leaves a trail of glitter everywhere. So you follow it out into the hall, and as you follow it, you come to the next room. It looks like it's the next room on your passport, so you figure that's probably where Eve went. So you should probably take a look. There is some sort of doorway. Not a door exactly, but not an open doorway either. It looks like some sort of double concave water bubble.
Oh.
You step over the door jamb and through the bubble. As you walk into the room, you feel a weird rippling sensation go through your body. You look around. Everything seems somehow larger than life. You seem to have shrunk. You pat your pockets, and your passport is still there. Thank goodness. You enter through a doorway thing in the northeast corner of the room. On the east side of the room, there is a skylight.
Oh no, the 3D drawings have started.
In the very middle of the room is a magnifying glass. And just to kind of give you a feeling for how small you are, it's about the same size you are.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
On the west side of the room, there is a compound microscope.
Oh, that must be pretty big.
In the northwest side of the room, there is some sort of opening in the wall.
Mysterious black scribble. Got it.
In the middle of the north wall, there is a plaque.
All right.
On the southwest side of the room, there is a table. In the southeast corner is a large black box. You need to get your passport stamped, and you need to find Eve. Where do you begin?
Well, first of all, we've got our passport. Now, we must be zooming in a bit, right?
Yes,
There's
surely.
magnifying glasses.
Yeah,
so this will be the
next thing on
zoom
the
in a bit
escape
room.
passport.
But what room of the museum are we in? Oh, Miss Magpie's models of magnification?
Makes mense.
Makes mense indeed. All right. So we know
Thanks
which
to
room.
my cat, Miss Magpie, who
Aw.
is the, I guess, beneficiary or benefactor of this room.
Wonderful. Okay. So in the magnification room. Now we know Eve's got to be in here somewhere. There's no way she's getting away this time.
Definitely.
I can't imagine she's going to get away from us multiple times.
Which means I think that we should look at the mysterious hole in the northwest.
Yeah, she probably just went through the hole.
This hole in the northwest wall, you get closer and you realize it's actually a doorway. It's covered in like stringy things, like a mat of stringy things. Not only that, but it is too small for you to get through, even if it wasn't covered in those strings.
I hate feeling too big for things. I feel really self-conscious.
Okay, so it's smaller than we can fit through. And the string, so wait, like the string, is it like vertical and horizontal strings all woven together into an impenetrable string door?
Yeah, basically, if you look at it a little closer, give it a good once over, and you realize the strings are actually hair.
Ah!
I hate this room. It's the worst room. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's upsetting. We need something to destroy hair. How about the skylight? We can focus the sun on it and burn it all.
Maybe. Let's go and have a look at the skylight.
Oh, it's nighttime now, isn't it?
It is not yet nighttime,
Okay, great.
So right now, the sun is shining through at a slight angle. It is lighting up the magnifying glass.
Oh, uh-oh. Okay. Well, that's good news and also bad news. Do not stand under that magnifying glass, please.
Can we have a look? Does it look like it's, if we look in the magnifying glass, is it creating a hot point?
Sure. As you look closer, you realize that the magnifying glass is somehow missing the glass part of it.
Oh.
It's an empty frame with a handle. On the handle, there are some tiny round bits, but you can't make out more than that. They are too small.
You know what we need? A magnifying glass.
How ironic. Hey, can I try something?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
You say the magnifying glass is like the size of us.
Uh-huh.
Can we go back to the door we came through, which was described as like a double convex,
A double bubble.
Does that look like... Can we have a look at it?
Are you going to try to catch it?
Well, I wonder if it can be a magnifying glass. I just want to go and have a look at it.
All right, so you go back to the entrance that you came through. That is so weird. Where you stepped over the door jamb, there is now a ledge so high that you can't climb it. In fact, you can only just barely see over it and out into the hall. You look through the lens into the hall and find your first image, which is image 1.
Ooh, I've looked outside. All right, for people at home, you can see this image in the show notes. And also, you can buy Vigor. That's our sponsor for the episode. Vigor is, I don't know, probably a VPN or something. So, Dani, what is this?
We've got letters, and they are in different colors. So I see. Yep, BYVIGOR.
Which are the rainbow letters,
They
right?
are
That's Roy G.
a
Biv out of
rearranged
order.
Roy G. Biv.
But the letters are also coloured with the incorrect colours, I suppose.
Yeah,
right? The
so
B is
the B
red, the Y is orange. They are in the correct rainbow order. Y is orange, V is yellow, I is green, G is blue, O is presumably indigo, and R is violet.
Yep.
So the colours go Roy G. Biv,
One of those
but the letters
internet
go
say the color that it's
Vig
written in
Or.
as fast as you can.
Yeah, so it's a red,
Interesting.
blue, orange, yellow, yellow, violet.
So maybe there'll be some color transposition that we have to do at some point.
Clearly a rainbow-based puzzle.
The shape of that image looked also like subtly logo-y.
Yeah, like missing. Do you think it'll connect to other images to make one giant?
I had no idea. It just it was just there, so I felt like I had to mention it.
Yeah, because it is. It doesn't just like a
the
big
rectangle
square.
is not
It's
just
like,
an image.
there's
Sorry, the
there's
image is not just a rectangle.
There's a black border going across the left and the top, and then it like curves up so that the white background for by Vigor sort of sloops up in the top right of the image.
A little bit of a wave is forming.
Yeah, there's something going on with this.
It's subtle, but it's there.
But it doesn't seem like we can take the doorway and put the magnifying glass around it.
It does so much. I mean, you can try to just like pop it in there, but it does seem difficult.
It was described as a lens.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I couldn't pick up the magnifying glass.
Described as a ledge now.
Heft it over my shoulders and try and use it to catch this bubble door.
You are a little too small to heft up that magnifying glass, but you seem to remember that magnifying glasses have a double convex lens, not a double concave lens.
That's true. That is true.
That was foolish of us.
Okay, well, there's more to look at.
Definitely.
I imagine we can make ourselves smaller at this giant magnifying glass, so therefore I want to avoid it.
What?
Oh, not magnifying, microscope.
Oh, that didn't occur to me one
We've
bit.
already been made small. I think all these small things, we don't need to make them bigger, we need to make ourselves even smaller, but I'm not sure.
Oh my.
I don't want to engage with that, though. I want to find out more.
Should we look at the plaque? Maybe it will tell us the rules.
Can we look at the plaque?
All right. Under the plaque is a button, and you can go and push the button plaque audio.
All right. I push the button.
In case you need it, the up pliers can be used to switch the objective lenses on the microscope. To right drop the up pipette's contents into the cleft in the microscope slide.
The audio seems to be the same as what is written on the plaque, as is sometimes the case in museum.
Fair enough.
Hey. So it sounded like there were clues in there. In case you need it. Case.
Yeah, there's some little bits of scratchiness, but it seemed to be telling us how to use the microscope to an extent.
Yeah, in case
Have
you need
to
it.
Listen to it again.
Yeah, I'm going to listen to it again.
You're welcome to listen to it again. I can also paste the text into the chat for you.
That would help.
That would be great.
Me.
Okay, cool.
I am a visual learner.
Right, so that was, in case you need it. And it did sound like it was very...
Pliers, that's what that word was.
Yeah, the pliers can be used to switch the objective lenses.
I heard that.
On the microscope. Try to drop the pipette's contents into the cleft in the microscope slide.
I did definitely hear the word cleft loud and clear.
Cleft. So we need pliers if we need to switch the objective lenses.
And a pipette. I will note that for someone with a biology degree, working the microscopes was never my forte.
Fair. Okay. How big's this pipette gonna be?
Oh, God.
Okay, cool.
Glass or plastic?
Did you use auto pipettes very often?
Oh, the ones that you could
like literally set to a very
yes,
specific amount and then...
Yeah, we had all of the different specifications that would go down to the picos or whatever.
I hope I don't say anything in this room that totally clashes with what you learned in biology.
It's been 12 years, you'll be fine.
Yeah, I think...
Just say that it's been an update since then.
I feel like for a lot of microscopy stuff, it's like you just pipette. I feel like you can be fairly blasé with how much you pipette because you're just looking for what's in there. Whereas I'm just doing chemistry stuff, you need 1 microliter, so you have a very automated system.
Mine was more for when we were doing things like PCR and stuff like that. You need to get some specific amounts of the different chemicals to make them
that's fair.
Work together.
I love them. I'm never going to use one of those again, probably. But I loved
so sad.
Little big mechanical pipette. Not accidentally doubling up by pushing all the air too far and then double pulling.
I miss the wobble machine.
Oh,
what is a wobble machine?
Agitated samples?
Yeah, it's just literally a metal or whatever electronic thing, and it's for when you don't want things to sediment or settle in some way, so it just rocks whatever you've put on it.
That's pretty cool.
All right, where were we? That's right. We're in a room looking at stuff.
Mysterious black box?
Yeah, let's go to the mysterious black box.
This is labeled with the words lens case and is locked with a directional lock. The lock is round with up, right, down, and left. It doesn't have a center position. It has a bunch of glitter stuck in a handprint shape on the lid. Looks like Eve must have come this way.
Eve. Okay, so we can input directions if we get them from anything. I haven't seen any directions. I don't think colours are directions.
No, not yet.
Okay. We've got a table in the bottom left. We've got the big microscope.
I'm scared of the big microscope.
Yeah, we should do that last, 100%. Yeah. But I think those are the only 2 things to do.
Potentially.
At least on a first glance.
Initially observe. Yeah, let's look at the table.
Let's look at the table.
All right. On the table is an encyclopedia and a shoebox. The encyclopedia is currently open to a dog-eared page on dust mites. Whoever dog-eared that, you're gonna take it out on them because you can't believe they would do that to a book.
Terrible.
So this table, is this an appropriate size table for us right now?
Yeah, I mean, you can climb up to it pretty easily.
Cool.
So
we've got encyclopedia entry on dust mites.
I should also ask the same about the encyclopedia. How scary are these pictures of dust mites to us right now?
They're a little scary. Also, the encyclopedia, it's like the whole thing in one volume.
Oh,
it is a honking thing.
Okay, I've got to add some pages.
What was the other thing that was...
Shoebox.
A shoebox. Do you want to read about dust mites?
It's probably a good idea. Know what to look out for.
Yeah, let's. How much can we glean about dust mites from this encyclopedia?
Talks about what they look like, and it looks like they eat hair follicles and some skin cells, and
so they're going to be our friends.
We need to make
a
giant one and have it and stick it on the door.
I mean, it's probably already pretty giant.
Yeah,
I want to ride one.
Not that big yet. Cool. And let's very, very carefully have a look in the shoebox and not let the dust mite out.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can look in the shoebox. It doesn't have a lid on it. So if there was a dust mite in there, it would definitely have already gotten out.
Cool.
But inside the shoebox, you find a pipette filled with liquid.
Ooh.
As you reach in to grab it, you feel something tiny and sharp stab your finger.
Uh-oh.
You are able to grab the pipette, but when you look into the shoebox, you can't see what stabbed you.
Oh no. Invisible knives.
Yeah, that's unnerving. Can I just say, look at my picture of a dust mite,
Sure.
and then look at the pictures of dust mites
That's
on
exactly
Google.
the same. You've drawn
I
the
nailed
perfect
it.
dust mite.
The only problem is I seem to have given them much bigger eyes than they have. They
And also you've given your
no eyes.
your magnifying glass leopard print.
Yeah, we were told that there were little things on it.
We were told they were too small to interact with.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't interact with that. I got no idea what they are.
Well, we have a pipette, but we've also been stabbed.
Yes, that's unfortunate.
Do we want to do anything about this stabbing? We couldn't see what stabbed us. Maybe it's just invisible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's going to be very small, too small for us to handle, it feels, at this case. I mean, do we look wounded, or was it just an ouchie?
Yeah, how much are we bleeding out?
Definitely just an ouchie, no blood.
Okay. Well, then nothing's
Okay.
wrong. We're fine.
Yeah, all right.
In which case, I guess, even though I don't want to do anything with the pipette just yet, it feels like for efficiency we might as well drag it with us to the microscope.
Yeah, let's look. It's the last big thing in the room to look at. Let's have a look at this microscope.
Right now, it's unplugged, but it looks like instead of a normal plug, there are an array of colored plugs that come out of the microscope.
Oh.
Looking at the wall next to the microscope, you see an array of colored outlets as well. And there is a slide on the stage.
That's excellent. An empty-looking slide, or does it look like it's
You
got
can't see
something?
anything on it right now.
Okay.
Oh, we have stuff for pipette. So, I imagine that there are 7 coloured plugs and 7 coloured.
I hope so. Can we
spots.
look back at them again? I didn't pay attention, so I noticed that the B was coloured red, but the red is not coloured blue. So
No.
it's not like they invert each
No,
other. That
what
would make
I
sense
would
with
imagine,
7 anyway.
without looking any more in detail, I would imagine we take the red plug from the microscope and plug it into the blue outlet.
How do you know it's not the other way around?
Or it could be the other way around. That's true. But I think some version of that, like you combine these two colours.
I think I would have said the other way around.
You think you would have said the other way
instinctively?
around?
I think I would have. I mean, one of us has to have the right instincts.
Does that look? If we look at it, is there a Roy G. Biv worth of plugs and a Roy G. Biv worth of sockets?
You give it a check, and yes, there is.
I'm looking at this. We've clearly got like an order. We've got a colour and we have a letter. So like a red coloured B for blue. And you think we should do?
I would take that to mean the B plug into a red socket.
Let's give it a try.
Okay.
Can we take the blue plug, put it into the red socket, the yellow plug into the orange socket, the violet plug into the yellow socket, the indigo plug into the green socket, the green plug into the blue socket, the orange plug into the indigo socket, and the red plug into the violet socket?
All right, the microscope powers up.
Yes!
All right. Would we have been correct if we'd done it the other way around, or would you have told us to start again?
Either way would have been correct.
Yeah, don't you celebrate early, Dani?
As long as you didn't mess it up halfway through and start going the other way halfway
Oh,
through.
I know. That was really hard to do.
I can't tell you how many of my playtesters were like, oh my goodness. They started one way and then they switched halfway through.
Yep.
It's really hard to keep track. You have to sort of clear your brain and stop thinking and just trust your mouth to get it right.
All right, so the microscope powers up.
Okay, we have a powered microscope. We have a pipette and we have a slide.
Yes. Are we capable of reaching the viewing portal and actually looking down it if we wanted to? Is that anything that we can do?
Yeah, you're welcome to climb up and take off the lens cap and peer into it. But, I mean, the slide's a little fuzzy right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, first of all, we also haven't pipetted
This is
onto
true.
the slide. So we should pipette onto the slide.
Okay.
So it is. So there's something
Taking
to
off the
observe.
lens cap, absolutely. A step that is very bizarrely easy to forget.
But
yeah,
even then, even with something pipetted onto the
you
stage,
want to squirt
there's-
3 drops onto a slide?
Yeah.
But we don't have slide protectors.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's probably fine.
You go ahead and drop that pipette contents onto the slide, and you put that slide under there, and you see an image. You
Nice.
can look at number 2.
Nice.
All right. For people at home, you can also check this out.
Oh, that is helpful.
Ooh. Okay, so we're looking here at a big grid. There is a stamp picture in the top left.
I like that. We're
like a
searching
rubber
for stamps.
stamp. And it says the maximum temperature is, and then we have a 3x3 section of grid highlighted, in which there is basically like filled in squares to make a big plus sign.
Yeah.
So everything other than the corners of this 3x3 grid are coloured in.
Yeah, so my interpretation is right away, oh, great, we're going to find some way to turn that image into a number later in some form or another. I have no idea. That's just an initial impression.
Yeah, the maximum temperature is. I don't know why I want to know the maximum. I also looked at this. There is clearly like an up and a down, a left and right, but also
But
a
then
middle,
there's
which
a
we were
centre.
explicitly told there is no middle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely true. We have no idea why we want this yet. It's just interesting.
Mm.
Does this microscope have the ability to change magnifications? Can I look closer or further away at this thing and see if it gives
we
me
need
anything
pliers,
new?
don't we?
What?
I mean, yeah, you can, but
Oh.
it did say you needed pliers to change it.
the-
So
I forgot about that.
you should be able to, but you don't have any pliers.
Okay. That makes sense. All right.
I find myself at an impasse, having looked at everything, in my understanding, and I've been thwarted.
Do we have...
All of a sudden, you hear the plaque go off again.
Who's been pressing that plaque?
Oh, no.
We run over to the plaque.
And the sound on the plaque goes off again.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
does it sound like this?
In case you need it, the up pliers can be used to switch the objective lenses on the microscope. To right and drop the up pipette's contents into the cleft in the microscope slide.
You think it might just be on like a timer that goes off every few minutes,
okay, thank God.
but you know.
All right.
Okay, did you hear that?
There is
Well, now that I've turned it
definitely
up, I can actually hear what's in those
something
crackles.
going on.
It's saying directions.
Yeah, so cleft was definitely saying left.
There was an up, there was a right, because they're not even like parts of the words necessarily. Like, I'm pretty sure that starts by just saying, in case,
yeah.
right, you need it. I'm going to
No
crank the
wonder I
volume
couldn't
even
understand the
higher.
word pliers the first time.
In case you need it, the up pliers can
The up-
be used to switch the objective lenses on the microscope. To right and drop the up pipette's contents
Up and
into
up.
the cleft in the microscope slide.
I heard up, right, up, left.
I heard up, right, up, left.
Up, right, up, left. In case you need it, the up liars.
That was
Okay.
interesting.
Up, right, up, left. Do we?
There's something, yeah, there is something distinctly creepy about audio cut-ins, isn't there?
Oh yeah, they're gross. Okay, so what that is telling us is we need to travel all the way to the Ural Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
Up, right, up, left spells Ural.
Oh,
And
yeah, that's how Ural is spelled.
yeah, how's Ural spelled?
With an A, isn't it?
No.
Ural?
Oh, Ural. No, okay, I was going to say A doesn't make that sound, Daddy. It's clearly you. Yeah, that's probably true. All right, can we go to the box? I don't think we missed a direction. There was a spark at the stuff that was in the case, but I didn't hear anything. Like in case,
Yeah.
I didn't hear like
I
in
didn't.
case up, you need it. So can we try up, right, up, left on the directional lock on the black box?
Sure. The lock pops off.
Nice.
Inside are a bunch of lenses, but instead of being circular lenses, they seem to be slices of a full circular lens.
Oh, that's...
So you can open image 3.
All right. For people at home, you can also open image 3 if you dare. Won't be called image 3, probably for you. Maybe it will. I think it'll be called lens case.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. So there's slices as in like arc
Yeah,
sections.
we've got chunks of circle.
So it's like we have a small amount of each of these circles. I'm assuming for these ones that we've been shown here, the white is the amount that is
Based on the fact
given.
we've got
Yeah.
degrees written underneath these things. And so,
Yeah.
for instance, 103 degrees, the white segment is a little bit bigger than a 90-degree angle. So,
Makes
yeah, I
sense.
assume we're looking at the
So
white
the
part.
white sections of so we have you know what we have? We have 9 circles
Yeah.
in a 3x3 grid.
Oh, Oh.
So I wonder if...
And they are degrees,
and
which
they
is
are
suspiciously like
degrees.
temperatures.
So I wonder if the maximum temperature is like 74 degrees, which is the top middle, plus 118 degrees, the middle left, 95 degrees, the middle, 103 degrees, the middle right, and 61 degrees, the bottom middle, which would be the ones that were
extremely fair.
shaded in on our microscope.
Still don't know what to do with it, but think it's fair.
So yeah, overall, they all are individual parts of a lens. So there's like a 39 degrees, a 74, a 200, a 118, a 95, 103, an 11, a 61, and a 45. Without the 3x3-ness, my first thought was we'd have to like piece ourselves a full lens by finding some of these that add up to exactly 360 to form one full lens. That was my first thought. What do they add up to, the ones that were highlighted?
Feel free to double check my maths on that. I got 451.
That sounds about right. I'm just vaguely... There's 100 and something, a bit under 100. That's 300 there. The others are 70 and 60. That's a bit over 100. Overall, yeah, that feels right. Perfect. Probably 450-ish. Yeah. So, I suppose that's my other question. Is there some version that adds straight up to 360?
Always a little bit hard to...
103 plus 118 is 200 and...
Yeah, try to look for ones that would add to give zeros.
Oh, yeah. There's a 95 and a 45, but nothing... And what's 95 plus 45?
140.
140. I can't get... Added to 200 to get 340, but then there's not a 20. There's a 39 and an 11. That's 50, but there's not 210. 50 plus 100 and plus 190.
Yeah, I'm finding pieces, but if we would search for 360, then I think
it's more likely it's probably related to the thing that we specifically related to it visually, rather than this fun extra sub puzzle.
Okay.
But it does make me want to try it. Okay, but that's all right.
Where are we going to find pliers, Billy?
Yeah. Are these pieces of lens removable?
Oh, yeah. And they are just, you give it a good heft and you're like, oh, I think I could get these over to the magnifying glass.
Yes, fair. Well, yeah, is the maximum temperature, is that going to be saying that if we try to stick in as many of these lens pieces as possible, we could get up to that temperature by using the sunlight?
Oh.
Something like that. I don't know what we're trying to burn yet, I don't think.
I mean, what would happen if, for example, we tried to take like the 74-degree section of lens and somehow put it into the magnifying glass?
Yeah, you haul that thing over there. It takes quite a bit of strength. You're worried that you won't be able to get the heavier ones, but, you can probably make it work if you need to. I mean, you do need to get Eve as much, it's pretty important. So you could probably do it, but you heft it over there, you slot it into place, and it looks like you could fit probably 4 more stacked on top of it.
Well, then why don't we just put in all of these sections that were highlighted
and see what happens?
And stick them in. I thought because they were more than 360, they might not fit, but if we can fit them all in...
I mean, it's a mega convex.
Yeah,
they can stick out a bit.
They can sort of overlay a little bit. Can we try and stick the 74, the 118, the 95, the 103, and the 61, all of the lenses that were highlighted on that image from the microscope, and stick all 5 of those lens sections into this magnifying glass?
What was the order you did it in again?
74, 118... 95, 103, and then 61.
So order might matter.
I was not thinking of order at all.
Between the 103 and the 61, you take a little bit of a breath, and you sit there, and you're panting, and you look over, and somehow, you don't know how, but your breath has rippled the pages of that encyclopedia just enough that it's flipped to a different page.
Ooh.
And you go over there, and you look at it, and somehow it's about paper. And
Fahrenheit 451.
Exactly. Right. Paper, you realize it says right across the top, paper burns at 451 degrees Fahrenheit. So then you go back and you put the 61 in. And As you slot that into place, the light from the skylight comes through and pinpoints to a little square.
This encyclopedia, I feel like, is the only paper that we've really had so far, right?
I mean, yeah, I could set an
I wanna
encyclopedia
burn
on
it.
fire.
Is there anything in particular in here that feels burnable, or is it just stick a book under there and feel like a bad person?
I mean, it's paper.
You hate the thought of that. You absolutely cannot stand the thought of burning a book. It is like you would rather die.
The
than
book
burn a book.
told me to burn it. I'm just fulfilling its wishes.
What other paper have we maybe seen?
We have a passport in our pocket. Does
That's
it burn?
upsetting too.
No, that's
It's probably also
rebellious.
like special reinforced paper. So, should we put our passport?
Oh, it made a little square, didn't it? Of fire?
Yeah.
Can we explicitly put that over put the zoom in a bit section of our passport
thinking of
in
that?
that square of fire?
That makes some amount of sense. I was looking at also the rainbow square and the logo.
Oh,
I
fair.
thought that would be pretty cool. We're dealing with light. But yeah, that seems fair. Okay. Shall we
They might stamp it for us.
very nervously slide our passport into that square?
Sure, you can go ahead and do that. There's a flash of light that temporarily blinds you. You are stunned for a moment. When you come to your senses, your passport has a new stamp in it. Only it's not really a stamp. It's a hole in the paper. You look around. You can now open or passport image.
Feels like a bit cheaty.
Here's our new passport. There is just a hole in the past.
That's just a
Our
big
new
old
version of the
singe
passport
hole.
has a hole burned in the middle of it.
Oh.
For zoom in a bit. Well, it counts. We got our image done.
Can I go to the magnifying glass and put this in the magnifying glass instead of our pipetted slide and look at it?
Unfortunately, we're not quite done with the description.
Oh.
So you look around. You seem to be in the same room, but now everything is much bigger than it was before.
Oh, no.
Either that, or you shrunk substantially. You check your pockets, and everything that was in there before the flash is still there, and it seems to be proportionate to you.
Fantastic. First port of call. Can we go to the sections that we were too small to read on the handle of the magnifying glass?
Good idea.
As you head over to the magnifying glass, the little round things you saw earlier are much more visible. You now notice that the magnifying glass has a green and a yellow button, as well as a switch above it and 3 other buttons. All right, you can look at image 6.
All right, for people who
Oh, those are very
at home,
detailed buttons.
yeah, you can. So we do have. So there's a few buttons. So the bottom ones are this yellow and green buttons next
Circular
to each
buttons
other.
beside
Circular
each
buttons.
other.
And then
Okay.
the switch explicitly seems to swap between mouse and elephant.
Interesting. Okay.
So we could maybe
That's a
use it
size
to make
sheet.
ourselves big or small.
Lovely. The next one up appears to be a starfish, so we're going to change our number of legs.
And then a star-nosed mole.
So our number of eyes,
And then a snake.
our number of
Legs,
Legs again. Oops. Our number of eyelids.
You can snake, you can mole, you can starfish, you can mouse, or you can elephant, but not at the same time.
That's interesting.
You can go or you can start to stop, but you can never stop. It's only green and yellow.
Do you want to push any buttons?
All right. First of all, given how it is currently laid out, as is, what happens if I just go yellow and then green? And does anything change pressing green or yellow?
Nothing.
Okay. Is the switch currently set to either elephant or mouse, or is it neutral?
It's neutral.
Okay. Here's my plan.
Uh-huh.
Let's grab the shoebox.
Yeah.
Let's take it and put it in the heat section of this magnifying
I don't want to
glass.
kill it.
And then let's stick it to elephant and press green. And see if we make the shoebox so big that the dust mite inside jumps out.
Okay.
That's what I'd like to do.
So you try to go over to grab the shoebox, but now you are just tiny, and that shoebox is so big you can climb into the shoebox, but you can't do anything with the shoebox. But as you look in the shoebox,
Yeah, are we small enough to see what stabbed us?
yeah, you see a pair of barber's shears.
That's kind of like pliers.
Well, it's also like something that can cut a hair door.
Oh, that's also true. Oh no, we got so many options for hair.
Can we take these shears and go to this door that we were too big for before, but now we're small? in the top left?
Unfortunately, it did not shrink, or the hairs did not shrink. And so now you've got like
teeny tiny
massive
shears for big hairs.
You could fit through the opening, but the hairs are about the size of steel bars for you.
Okay.
Good luck cutting those with barber shears.
Can we take the barber shears and put them in the light of the magnifying glass and swap it to elephant and press the green button?
Oh, interesting. You go back over to the magnifying glass, but it's no longer has the light shining through it. So as you look up to the skylight, the patch of sun has moved. It is now illuminating the microscope.
Oh, no.
Oh. What do the buttons do on this magnifying glass? Do you want to do more experimentation with these buttons? Do you want to hit snake and see what happens?
Okay.
You push the snake button and it lights up.
Ooh.
Okay.
What is snake gonna do?
And now we stick it to elephant and we press green.
You see projected onto the ceiling a giant leg.
A giant leg?
So that's gonna give something big legs. Gotcha.
And if we leave it on snake and swap it to mouse and press green, does it display a tiny leg?
Yes.
Exciting.
And what if we press yellow instead of green?
The image disappears and everything goes black.
Okay, so that's just like an on-off, maybe.
Maybe. Fair enough.
So a snake is about
Snake
legs.
is leg.
Okay, can we have two animals at once? If we hit snake and mole, do they both light up, or is it just one or the other?
Where is your elephant mouse switch?
Oh, it was currently on mouse.
I guess it's on mouse.
Okay, so you have a tiny leg with an eye on the toe, big toe.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Okay, and if we hit snake, then we would just have an eye.
So you hit snake?
Yeah.
Now you have two legs with an eye on one of the big toes.
Okay, so we can keep pressing them, and yellow will just clear it all.
Cool. Can we?
What is starfish?
Yeah. Okay. We press yellow. We clear the whole thing.
Symmetry.
We clear the whole thing with yellow. We start again. Put it on elephant, and we press starfish, and green.
So all of a sudden, a big, looming, giant head pops up on the screen.
Okay.
No eyes though.
Okay. Is there a way for us, Dani, to I don't know what this is gonna do, but make a dust mite?
Just make a creature?
Yeah. There's no body option, but we can change, we could do a big head with 6 tiny eyes and 8 giant legs, that kind of thing,
I completely understand, but I don't know what having an image is going to do for us yet.
Is there a picture of a dust mite in the book, or a description dust mites have this many features?
Yes, it does have a description of the dust mite. A dust mite has 8 legs, no eyes, and, surprisingly, no distinct head.
Interesting.
Okay. So, dust mites are pretty small.
Yeah.
What happens if we, stick it to... we press yellow to clear the whole thing. Then we press green to get it on display mode again. We stick our...
we press the snake 8 times?
Yeah, we stick our thing to mouse, so it's small, and just hit snake 8 times to get, effectively, a dust mite. 8 legs, no eyes, no head.
So, on the projection, you have a tiny dust mite.
Ooh. Okay, do we want to make it bigger?
Yeah, let's swap it to elephant.
Now you have a giant dust mite projected onto the ceiling.
Okay, horrifying.
Does any dust run away in fear?
No.
Do you think that we should go and see what might have changed about the microscope?
Yeah, it is now. Yeah, you're right.
The
the skylight is pointing to it, so let's go check it out.
You go to the microscope, and you can now see labels on the eyepieces that you couldn't see before. You have labels for 5x, 10x, 20x, and 25x. You can also see labels on the objective lenses, which are 4x, 15x, 25x, and 40x. There is a label on the side of the microscope. It says, "Warning, allowing sunlight through eyepieces may damage specimens. And there's a symbol next to it. You can look at image 4.
People at home, you can also have a look at that, but this is the microscope label. Oh, what is that? Dani, can you try and describe this for listeners at home?
This looks like one of those drawings where you are asked the challenge, can you draw this without lifting your pen from the paper? It's just a series of straight lines that are all connected to each other.
Yeah, it's like a square with another square in the bottom right corner. Like, so the bottom right's entire quarter of that square is its own square.
And then the left bottom corner extends leftward and makes like an L shape. It keeps going and then goes up. And then up the top, it's like an antenna. It's also an L, but it's upside down. So it's like a antenna-y sort of thing on this.
So there's there's two offshoots of 90-degree angles stuck on the outsides of this square. One in the bottom left and one in the top middle.
I have no idea what to do with this right now.
No.
Like, because it's all straight lines, in theory, you can start, if you stare at it for too long, you'll start seeing letters inside it, and that's exactly what I'm doing. But I feel like I should probably stop looking at it at this point.
Yeah. I mean, because we're so degree focused as well, I'm like, well, okay, it's all 90 degrees. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe different versions of a...
Yeah, I don't know how doable that is.
No. 990 degrees. No, I don't know what to do about that.
Okay, well, I feel that we are killing our previous sample that was on the slide. So, if is the sunlight going through the microscope right now?
No, you would just have to move the eyepiece a little bit for it to go through.
Okay. Do we think that we were done enough with our microscope slide that we should murder it?
I mean, it just told us
we didn't pour everything from the pipette in there, so what are the odds?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't exactly like a specimen. It was just like
just a message. And so we've got two separate versions of magnification. One on the lenses themselves that we could swap, the 4, the 15, the 25, and the 40. And the other just on like a zoom dial, or what was to get that 5, 10, 20, 25?
So you've got the objective lenses, and then you've got eyepieces.
Right.
Oh, okay. So we could swap to 4 different eyepieces, and we could swap to 4 different lenses to get any combination of like 5x and 25x, or 40x and 10x sort of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I know if there's a specific number that we would be searching for. Again, should we mess around? Is this a mess around and see what comes out of it type thing?
Well, you think about that, but then you realize you still don't have a pair of pliers.
Oh my god!
So
yeah, we don't have pliers.
That's only for the objective lenses, though. We can change the eyepieces as much as we want, right?
But also, what are we looking at? Like, we pipetted onto the thing before, and it gave us a message that we've already solved.
Yeah, but we might be able to zoom in on it more.
We could, eyepieces. Like, if we look at it now, does it? If we swap the eyepiece all the way to 25x, does it change what we're looking at?
No.
Yeah, cool.
Is there anything else that we should be re-examining since becoming smaller?
Now that we are small. I mean, we're even worse at getting out.
Yeah, presumably.
Based on that ledge. We had a look at the door. We couldn't get through it because there's too much hair.
Yeah.
And we tried to cut those with the shears, right?
But we're too small.
But we're too small.
Do you guys remember what you saw through the entrance?
That was the colours.
I remember the coloured letters and a ledge.
I think that was everything. They were rainbow. Oh, it had this shape to it.
Oh, it did have that shape to it, didn't it? What does that mean?
It was an odd shape. It had this section in the top right.
Yeah, the little wavy bit to
sort of missing.
Do you want to go give it another look?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
I mean, you're remembering what it looks like, but do you want to go give it another look?
Oh, as in right now?
Sure. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's...
that makes sense.
Let's look back out the door.
So when you look through the door into the hall again, you see what looks like a different image on the wall.
What?
Image 7.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm so shocked that I suppose just a different angle, but yeah, now that we're small, we have a completely different view outside.
This is incredibly helpful.
I mean, this makes me want to go back and relook at everything, because To create the creature on the projection, hold the enter button for 10 seconds.
All right, well, that will help us out tremendously, I feel.
Yeah, huge.
Before you do anything else, though, I want you guys to zoom in on the word "the" on the second line.
Oh, there is something there. What is going on there? No, on the second line. Yeah, that one.
That's where that was what we saw originally.
Oh.
That says B. Yeah, that's the
our colours.
Bivagore.
They're in there.
So what we were seeing before was that corner of T.
Oh, how funny. That was the weird shape that was going on.
So the weird shape was that's a T next to the...
Oh, how funny.
The H.
So
that's weirdly,
hilarious.
As we got smaller, we got a bigger view.
I mean, that makes sense.
Okay.
We can see more stuff. When our head isn't as close in. As we're seeing through this giant weird bubble door.
All right. Okay, cool. All right, so now we have a new thing. To create the creature on the projection, hold the enter button for 10 seconds.
I'm hoping that's the green button.
Let's hope. So let's make that...
a big dust mite?
Big dust mite.
All right, we
and
do
hold
that
it for
and
10
we
seconds.
hide.
Where are you hiding?
No, we're just hiding our scent. So we're gonna roll around in something that dust mites really hate. Like...
I don't know what you got.
Pipette liquid.
Done. We hide inside the pipette.
All right. But you can't push the button if you're inside the pipette, so you might have to come out.
No, certainly not. No, I was rolling around on the slide.
Okay, great. But we push the button for 10 seconds.
You push the button, and there's a little grinding sound, and from around the corner comes a giant dust mite. It sniffs around a little bit, and pretty soon it heads over to the doorway that is covered in the stringy things.
Nice.
You like that?
And starts munching away. Keeps munching for a bit, so you should probably do something in the meantime.
Oh no, there's more stuff that we can do. Oh, I didn't think of that. Is there anything else that we haven't looked at? We haven't re-looked at the lens case, I suppose.
Yeah. Anything new in this black box lens case?
You do find a pair of pliers in the box.
Okay.
I've already drawn shears. Now I have to draw pliers. I don't know how to draw them very differently from one another.
Now, why didn't we see the pliers the first time? We were too big to see the pliers?
Yeah, they're little.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
These are little baby things.
Same reason you didn't see the shears the first time.
Yeah, we just got stabbed by them.
All right. Well, let's grab the pliers.
Yep, cool. We want these things in our pockets.
So we could change our objective lenses. So we could change our magnification to any version of 4 times 5, 15 times 20, 40 times 10, etc., etc.
So many things.
But still not quite sure what... I don't have a goal yet for that.
I want to experiment with this magnifying glass. If I set it to 4 legs, 2 eyes, and 1 head, I'm just curious. There are many animals to choose from there.
All right. It projects onto the ceiling, and you look up, and it's the cutest little projection of McFly. And then all of a sudden, it flickers for a minute.
Oh.
And then it becomes a lungfish. And then it flickers back to McFly. And then back to a lungfish.
Oh, no. I'm afraid.
Oh, no. Why is it a lungfish?
Lungfish are pretty cool.
That's true.
But that's terrifying. What's going on there? I don't know if I want to create this thing or not.
Maybe we just need to find Eve. What if we put 2 legs, 2 eyes, and a head, like a girl might have?
Interesting.
Yeah, you put 2 legs, 2 eyes, and a head, and you see yourself staring back at yourself.
I hold the green button for 10 seconds.
I don't want to do
I hold
this.
the green button for 10 seconds.
No.
I hold the green button. We need a helper. We need someone to help.
This is how you get cursed.
I hold the green button for 10 seconds.
You go ahead and hold that button for 10 seconds, and you hear some grinding, and out from around the corner pops a version of yourself. And unfortunately, it just starts coming over and just poking you and saying, hey, hey, hey.
Exactly.
Hey.
It's just as good as I am.
Could have seen that coming. Well, I suppose now we have a sacrifice to the dust mite, so
exactly.
Good job.
All right.
And then your little self goes over to the microscope and is trying to check out the microscope.
Oh, no.
And then it goes underneath and goes into a puff of dust.
Oh, well, I can't believe you summoned this creature just to have it die, Dani. You're a monster.
I didn't want that.
All right, what do we do here? I mean, I don't think... we looked at the skylight. The angle has changed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't imagine the plaque is any different on a small look, but we may as well. Anything new with the plaque?
So you go back over to the plaque, and from this angle, you can see a little switch near the floor, directly below the plaque.
Interesting. All right, well, that feels like a Press a flick a switch sort of moment.
Yeah, let's press it, or flick it.
All right, you see little pinpoints of light appear on the plaque. So look at image 5.
Nice.
Oh, highlighted letters, probably. Highlighted letters. All right, anybody at home, you can see this.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, this is a whole new message. If the mite gets loose, which I suppose it has, don't let it out the door that magnifies. It will terrorize the whole museum.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Okay, how are we going to stop it?
I don't know how to stop a mite.
Pop the bubble.
So while you're figuring that out, the mite finishes chewing through the hair on the door and flips its head around, starts sniffing around, and it catches the scent of you guys and starts chasing you, heading towards you.
Oh, great.
One of you is going to have to now lead this mite around while the other one is figuring out how to get out of here without the mite.
All right.
I was going to say, can we just run to the magnifying glass so it chases us through the light and gets destroyed?
I mean, I don't want to go into the magnifying glass. I was going to say, can I use the barber shears to cut off a bit of my hair and throw it under the microscope and hope, or lead it like a little breadcrumb trail to the microscope?
I love it.
You go ahead and do that, and unfortunately, the microscope is at the wrong magnification. It does not do anything to this mite.
Oh, God.
Okay, can we make it... Surely a more extreme magnification makes more powerful light.
You'd think, wouldn't you?
Can I set the microscope...
The eyepiece?
Can I set the eyepiece to 25 and then use the pliers to set the objective lens to 40?
Are the pliers big enough?
I think you better make sure you're not going to blow up the whole room before you figure out which.
Oh, no. All right, well, Dani, you distract the mite, and I'm going to go into the room, the little doorway that we've opened.
Oh, okay.
You're going to go out?
I can handle that.
The
hair door.
The hair door.
You think there's something in it?
I'm pretty sure that if you leave, the mite's going to follow you. So
fair.
you better figure out how to do it in the room first.
Quickly,
Okay.
You check the encyclopedia. I'm going to keep chopping off bits of my hair and throwing them around.
Is there anything new on the encyclopedia?
Check what kills dust mites. What temperature kills dust mites?
Yeah, what do we need to destroy a dust mite?
Yeah, so as you look at the encyclopedia page, now that you're looking at it closer, there's a small chart etched into the front cover of the encyclopedia.
Ooh, okay.
Image 8.
All right. Ooh,
Oh.
okay. So, for people at home, you can see this yourself, but this is a chart of various square-based shapes.
I love this.
Like 0 is a square, 1 is almost a square, but like the top right is missing and there's a whole side. It's not so good. 2 is like a square with a line through the middle, like a clock pointing at 12 o'clock if that clock was square, etc., etc., etc.
So these are all related to the... Where did we find that symbol before?
The symbol was on the microscope.
Oh, perfect.
It was warning sunlight damage. What I would like to point out, if you look at the number 4, no, not number 4's not right. I was going to say 4 kind of looked like what we had. So we must be trying to figure out some new number based on these, right?
Probably.
So like we have 0
We'll be
to
able
9,
figure these things out.
and we have
figure out
examples
we've
for what
got.
those all are. And then in the bottom right, we have 315,
Yeah.
which looks nothing like the symbol we found. It is the L next to a bigger square, but it comes in on one side, and so it's almost like what we had, but instead of a full square with a square in the bottom right, it's like a full square, but the bottom right is all messed up.
Well, let's take a look, because that's 315. Let's take a look at the individual symbols for 315 and see how we can, if those can smush.
Yeah, so the symbol for 3 is a full square with a hook, like the hooks that we saw in ours, coming off the top right, going out and then down. The 1 is like a big spiral, as if you did most of a square, but in the top right, you cut away everything and you went down in the very center.
I can't help but notice, and it might be a coincidence, again, we've just got lots of right-angled things. That looks a lot like the sort of middle of the 315 if it was rotated.
Yeah, if you rotated that to its side, you would get that being the center of the 315. And what's the 5? The 5 is very similar to a 3.
House
It's a
with
full
an
square,
aerial.
but it's got the L, the hook coming off the top and heading to the right.
So the 3 and the 1 both look like they could have been rotated. The 5 doesn't look like if it were smushed in there somehow.
It's
No
like,
rotation
for the
would have happened.
5, if you don't rotate it at all, the top of it is present, that little hook is present as done, like
Yeah.
as shown. The 3 has been rotated like 180 degrees anti-clockwise or clockwise. That's how 180 works. But again, it's not really affecting the shape of the square. It's affecting just the hooks off it. And then the 1 is giving us the shape of the square, but rotated clockwise 90 degrees. Could that be about where their digits are placed?
Interesting.
Like the 100 digit is rotated 180 degrees, the 10s digit is rotated 90 degrees, and the 1s digit isn't rotated at all. I don't quite know how the overlapping square part works, just because of how 1 is influencing the shape of the square.
What was the shape that we had again on the microscope?
So the
What
shape
were
that we had is like a square with a little square in the corner.
Square, top aerial.
It has a top one and a left
aerial.
one.
All right, so the one that we've got in our 315 does have a left aerial and a top aerial.
It does, and they seem to be coming from the 3 and the 5.
But there's clearly something has to be going on with overlapping because and rotating stuff because none of the squares on this piece of paper index that we've got have a square inside a square.
No.
Which is what we're aiming
for.
But
what's odd is that, like, so the square from 3 is just not there, right? Like, it's not like it's overlapping in any way because there is no full square in 315.
If the 3's square, full square, and the 5's full square overlapped each other and cancelled each other out,
and we're
then that
left
could
with
leave
whatever's
just the
left
1.
over, so any overlaps cancel. But because those have pre-cancelled, we're just left with the 1.
Not impossible. Systems. I mean, a full square is 0, apparently.
So 7 has like a hint of helping make a square in the corner, like because it has like a vertical line coming down. There's only ever a line coming down through this. Like the only thing that's internal to the square is a line coming from the top down to the center. But because they rotate, you could then make 2 of those where one is doing from the top down, or rather, one is rotated 90 degrees, so it's from the right in, and the other's rotated 180 degrees, so it's from the bottom up, and you end up making a square that way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Not impossible. The problem is I'm very bad at visualizing rotations, and now all I can see is that 315 has a very visible 5 in it. Like, look at that. That just says 5. That's all I can see now.
So we're going to need 2 things that have lines coming down the middle. That's 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's going to need to be 2 of those because we need both of those inner lines to make this small square.
I think 6 flipped completely upside down feels like it makes sense.
If we flip 6 upside, so a 6 being 180 degrees rotated would make a lot of the shape that we want. It would be a full square. It would have the line up in the center and it would have the hook off to the left. All we are missing at that point is something from the
3 was rotated a full 180 degrees, wasn't it?
Well, so I think this means that it would have to start with 600, right, to get the 180. So it's like 600 and something because we've just put in 600 by having it rotate.
Yeah, I think that's
180
I
degrees.
think that's believable.
I think that's believable. We then need to have something that adds this horizontal.
Yep, the horizontal line. And so that will be the middle digit.
Because the middle digit is... No, the middle digit doesn't rotate it. Oh, no, it does.
Yeah.
It rotates 90
Do you think
degrees.
it's just the 2? Because that's just the one that's just got the line and nothing.
Well, then
no
what's
other
going to be our
features.
source of the hook on the top?
Maybe it's 5 again. Or 8. 5. Maybe it's 5. And then we just have to worry about
6, 2, 5.
And that's 3 full squares. So
and that feels like something we can make with those.
If 2 of them cancel out, then the last one would still be there.
Yeah. So the outer square, goes on, off, on, full square. So we end up with a full square. The 5 line, the 5 gives you the thing on top. The 2 gives you the thing.
This must
in
be
the middle.
so hard to
6,
listen to, Catherine. If you know the solutions, but if we are like off in our trying to figure things out, it must be really hard.
I will say you're making it slightly more complex than it was in my mind, but you're doing great.
Something like that is wild to me because I do not understand.
I'm
trying to interpret this in the absolute
the
simplest way possible.
But either way, it looks like we have thought that it looks like it's going to be 625.
Would that be? Was that 40 times 25 or something? No. What's
Oh, 625, is that 25 times 25?
Is that really just 25 times 25?
I feel like 625 is an important one in my head, so it being a square number would make sense for that. But I can check.
Yeah, that makes sense, I suppose.
25 times... Yeah, 625, definitely.
Yeah, okay, cool. Because what,
25 times 20 is 500.
25 times 20 is 500, really?
You double it and add a 0.
Oh, yeah, fun. Cool, okay, so it's 25. So we need to set both. So can we set both of our magnifications things, the objective lens to 25 and the lens length or the eyepiece length to 25 times to get us 625 times?
Sure. Bill, you're setting it to 25 times 25, and Dani, you're still being chased around the room by this poor...
My head is
giant
half bare by now, but it's okay. It's a fashion choice.
Yeah, there you go. So you're going around the room, and yeah, you now have a microscope set to 625.
I cut off the last bit of hair that I have and throw it under the microscope, just on the edge so that it won't entirely burn away.
Okay, so the hair lands on the microscope. The mite runs over and starts snuffling it all up. And then all of a sudden there's a puff of dust and the mite turns into dust.
Deserves
it. It was such a cutie. In my picture, it's such a cutie.
Yeah, but it tried to kill us.
We don't know that. But I guess now we're free to go into the hole.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, well, that was a close call. As you head out the doorway, a rippling sensation goes through your body. When you step outside, you seem to be a normal size again. That's good. You just need to figure out where you're going next to catch up with Eve. Congratulations.
That was out!
Nice!
Woo!
I knew it must have been the out because I wasn't let out. I couldn't leave you behind.
That's true.
Awesome. Thanks for listening to Escape This Podcast. Stay tuned for next week's episode where we discuss the escape room we just did with the guest we just had. This podcast is kept afloat by crowdfunding, so if you enjoy the show, why not support it on Patreon? There's weekly bonus audio for our $5 donors, monthly videos for our $10 donors, monthly trivia for our $20 donors, and anyone at any level can appear as an NPC in one of the rooms that Dani designs. And thanks again for listening.